Welcome to the fourth episode of the How to Folk series.
LSDC-Folk's initiative is to teach the fundamentals of Philippine folk dances from the comfort of your home. In this episode, our motive is to revive the elegance of Cariñosa. Therefore, we will be learning the steps of Cariñosa, the Philippine national dance.
But before that, what is Cariñosa? Sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Well, it is one of the many Philippine folk dances of Hispanic origin. This flirtation dance is known throughout the Philippines. Cariñosa means affectionate, lovable, and amiable. With a fan and a handkerchief, the dancers go through hide-and-seek movements and other flirting acts, expressing tender love and feelings for one another. There are many versions of this dance, but the hide-and-seek movements are common in all.
This was researched by Francisca Reyes Aquino, our first national artist for dance, and was part of a series of Philippine folk dance books that she published, where dances around the country were collected and notated.
Sounds interesting, doesn't it? Well, let's get started! On to the first figure, which is a 3-step point. There are 2 steps that we should learn. With step A, starting with the right foot, both partners must take 3 steps sideward to the right. 1, 2, 3. And then point the left foot in front. 1, 2, 3. For step B, make sure to position the right hand in a reverse T. While the left hand of the girl is holding the left side of the skirt, boy's hands remain on his waist.
Once those steps are mastered, repeat steps of the part A while starting with the left foot and moving sidewards to the left. Keep in mind to reverse the position of the hands while doing so. Lastly, repeat steps A and B 3 more times. Now let's try to do the whole figure 1.
Now that we have learned the first figure of Cariñosa, let's move on to the second figure, which is pointing. This figure has 3 steps. To start, the partners have to face each other. Throughout this figure, we must note that the girl will be continuously holding her skirt, while the boy's hands will be continuously placed on his waist.
Are we ready with our starting position? Okay, let us start. Starting with step A, with the right foot, both girl and boy must take 3 steps forward to meet each other at the center. The count will be 1, 2, 3, while each foot takes a step on each count. Once the partners are at the center, take the left foot and step close to the right foot, then pause. The count for this will be 1, and then the pause will be on 2 and 3.
Next is step B, which is to take 4 touch steps in front of each other, starting with the right foot and then left foot alternately. Whilst doing these touch steps, make sure that both partners are looking at each other.
For step C, starting with the right foot, take 4 steps forward to the partner's place, passing each other by the right shoulders. The count for this step is 1, 2, 3, 1. After that, both partners must turn right and about face to each other, and then close their right foot beside their left foot. For this, the count would be 2, 3.
Once mastered, repeat all of the steps from step A to C, finishing in the proper places, which are in the center, in preparation for the next figure. Now let's try to do this whole figure.
the third figure, back to back. This figure also has 3 steps. In figure 2, both partners are to meet at the center with the counts 1, 2, 3, 1. Keep in mind that the girl will continuously hold her skirt while the boy has his hands placed on his waist. Starting with step A, turn right to get a back-to-back position slightly to the right of the partner.
For step B, both partners must point their right foot in front and shake their right index finger at each other over their right shoulder, while their left hand is placed on their waist. The counts for this step are 1, 2. Next, step the right foot sideward to be side by side with the partner by the left shoulder, and place the right hand on the waist for count 3. Repeat these steps 3 more times by pointing the left, right, then left foot while shaking the left, then right index finger alternately to the partner. Both partners may free their hands from their waist by the third measure.
For step C, both partners turn right about and exchange places just like in figure 2, step C. Finally, repeat all steps of A to C, finishing in proper places. Now let's try to do the whole figure. The fourth figure of this dance is the hide and seek with the fan. This figure will be using music B. In this figure, the starting position is similar in figure 2, in which partners meet at the center. This will be done in 2 measures. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
For boys, both of the hands are on the waist for the whole measure. As for the feet movement, the right and left foot will be pointed in front alternately while looking at the partner from underneath the fan.
For girls, the right hand will be holding and opening the fan. Point the right foot in front while covering the face with the fan and the left hand holding the skirt counts 1, 2. Then step the right foot close to the left foot while putting the right hand down count 3. Repeat the same steps 3 more times but pointing left foot in front of the second measure. Then right on the third and left again on the last measure.
After that, the partner will exchange positions in 2 measures. Then repeat the whole figure until finishing at their initial positions. Now, let's try to do the whole figure.
Let us now proceed to the next figure, which is the kneeling and fanning. For this figure, partners will still be facing each other. The girl is holding the skirt on both hands and the boy is placing his hand on his waist. Starting with the right foot, both of them will be taking 3 steps forward towards each other. This will be done on the first measure. 1, 2, 3.
On the second measure, the girl kneels on the right of the boy. The boy will pass around on the right of the girl, going to the position behind her while standing, facing the same direction as the girl. During this measure, both of the hands of the partners are placed on their waists. This will be done on counts 1, 2, 3.
For the next 4 measures, the boy points right and left foot 4 times alternately in front, while looking at the right and left shoulder of the girl alternately. As for the girl, she will look at her partner over her right and left shoulder alternately in every measure. This will be done while both hands of the boy and the girl are placed on their waists.
Then the boy will turn right about, and the girl will stand and exchange places with her partner, and finish facing each other in two measures. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Repeat all of the steps in this figure, but this time, the boy will be the one kneeling down, and the girl will be the one who will be standing behind the boy. While in this position, the girl will tap the closed fan over the left and right shoulder of the boy alternately, while pointing her right and left foot alternately. Finish the whole figure until both of them are back in their initial places. Now let's try to do the whole figure.
The next figure is the hide and seek with handkerchief. The partner will be using a handkerchief which will be taken from the pocket of the boy. The partners will meet at the center in one measure, counts 1, 2, 3, while the boy is taking out the handkerchief from his pocket. For the next measure, partners will hold the handkerchief using one hand in each of the corners. The handkerchief should be positioned perpendicular to the floor between the faces of the partners with the boy's hand on top and at face level.
For the next four measures, partners point their right and left foot alternately while inverting the handkerchief in every measure. In particular, one measure with boys' hands on top while they point their right foot. Then the next measure will have the girls' hands on top while they point their left foot.
After completing all the four measures of inverting the handkerchief, the girl releases the handkerchief and the partners will exchange places. This will be done in two measures. Repeat the same steps in this figure until both finish in their initial places, but this time, the girl keeps the handkerchief at the end of this whole figure as she will be using it for the next. Now let's try to do the whole figure. The next figure is the flirting with handkerchief. Take note that if there is only one pair dancing, the partners may go in any direction as long as they finish in their initial positions.
To start, partners will turn their right shoulders toward each other. Starting with the right foot, take 8 waltz steps forward, moving around clockwise. The girl holds her handkerchief at one corner, then places it over her right and left shoulder alternately at every measure while looking back at the boy.
The boy then follows the girl from behind, stretching out his right and left hand alternately, as if trying to catch the free end of the handkerchief. After which, both will turn right about and repeat the steps counterclockwise, with the girl still leading, and finish at their initial positions. Now let's try to do the whole figure.
Let us now proceed to the last figure, which is flirting. Starting with the right foot, take 2 waltz steps to meet at the center. The girl's arms in lateral position, moving sidewards, right and left, and the boy's hands on waist. Counts 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
With the girl leading in front, partners take 6 waltz steps forward, moving around clockwise with the same position of hands as in the first step, but this time, the girl's fingers are fluttering in time with the music as she looks over her right and left shoulder alternately at the boy who is following her closely.
Partners will turn right about and continue waltzing for 8 times counterclockwise, but this time the boy leads. The girl holds her skirt and the boy's arms are in lateral position with the fingers fluttering in time with the music, winking at the girl once in a while. Finish side by side with the girl at the right side of the boy. Counts 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 7, 2, 3, 8, 2, 3. Now let's try to do this whole figure with the music.
At the end of the dance, the partners will perform the Saludo, which is a 3-step turn right in place and a bow to each other with the girl holding her skirt and the boy's hands on his waist.
That's it! We have learned all of the figures of Cariñosa. It's very nice that we get to learn our national dance. If you think you still need to go back to the parts of this dance to clarify and familiarize yourself with the steps, then please pause and rewind the video. The next part will be us dancing the whole Cariñosa. Are you excited to do what we have learned in this video? Now let's perform all the figures together with music.
this episode and we hope that you learned a lot. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you're interested in learning more about Filipino folk dance,
Please follow our social media accounts found in the description box below. And subscribe here to our official YouTube channel, LSDC-Folk.
maraming salamat at hanggang sa muli nating pagkikita.
Ipagbunyi ang kultura!